The Jets.
The Jets.
The Jets. The New York Jets.
The Jets Ward.
Jets. What is going on, Jet fans? And welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I'm your host, Ryan Ward, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys. And guys, the New York Jets have won their second game of the year coming off the bye week. They have defeated the Cleveland Browns 27-20. Now, getting into it, before we get into it, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys here in the Jets Ward. You make these videos so much fun for me to make, and I'm glad you keep coming back for more. And if you are new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan, a fan of another NFL team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Ward. It is a safe space for you. Now, guys, Jets normally coming off the bye week are not a very good team. We've seen this through the Robert Saleh years. We've seen this through the Adam Gase years, Todd Bowles years. We've seen it throughout a lot of this time. The Jets are not very good coming off a bye week. Now, 2 weeks ago, the Jets picked up their first victory, a very hard-fought, gritty victory against the Cincinnati Bengals. They go on their bye week, and they end up trading away Michael Carter II, Sauce Gardner, and Quinnen Williams. And there's a whole lot of chaos going on. Is Brees unhappy? Is he going to get traded? Is Quincy Williams unhappy now that his brother is gone? Is he going to end up getting traded? And it was just a lot of chaos going on this at the trade deadline for the New York Jets, and a lot of uncertainty about certain players that they wanted to be here or not. Well, the Jets rallied, they fought, they came prepared for this game, and honestly, offensively, it was not great. Justin Fields, again, was a disaster. We know the Cleveland Browns defense is very, very good, but if it wasn't for a couple big plays on special teams, shout out to Kene Nwangwu for getting a 99-yard rushing or a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And not even that long after the series, the Browns got the ball back. They punted away. And Isaiah Williams with a 74-yard punt return for a touchdown right off the bat, putting the Jets up 14-7. And honestly, the Jets were really locked in this game. Defensively, they were playing very, very well. And I want to shout out a couple other players, but when we get into it, I'm going to go through what I normally do. I'm going to break down the offense, break down Justin Fields' performance, break down the rushing game, defense, receiving. And honestly, there's a lot to be happy with. Breece Hall was awesome this week, and the defense looked very, very good. But now, getting into it, let's start off with something that wasn't very good. Justin Fields. So offensively, the New York Jets had a total of 187 offensive yards in total. When you have that amount of yards as a team offensively, it is not great. You normally get crushed. But the Jets end up winning this game because the Browns kept shooting themselves in the foot. Penalties crushed the Browns. The offensive line was a disaster for them. But honestly, you see these numbers. Justin Fields was 6 for 11. 60.4 rating, QBR of 15.9, 42 yards passing, 4.9 average per pass, one passing TD, one interception that was an ugly, ugly pass. Didn't even see the safety and threw it right to him, and which led into a Browns touchdown right after that. He was sacked 3 times and had 7 carries for 28 yards. Overall, Justin Fields just did not look comfortable at all. He looked shaky. He looked rough. He didn't have confidence in his arm again. And if it wasn't for our special teams, this could have been a completely different game, because with those numbers going into halftime, we had -5 passing yards. Justin Fields was afraid to throw it. Couldn't hit the short throws, couldn't hit the medium throws or any long throws. He didn't even take deep shots. And he had players open. Arian Smith was running deep, open all day. And it was just really, really frustrating to see, because we go from Justin Fields having a very good week 2 weeks ago against the Browns, who granted have an awful defense, coming against the Bengals 2 weeks ago, who have an awful defense, coming against the Browns, who we know what they've got. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks against the New England Patriots. The defense for the Browns is very, very good. Rushing wise, passing wise, they have a solid defense. It's their offense that brings them down. And Myles Garrett only had 1 sack. Olu Fashanu and Armand Membu did a very nice job on the offensive line. Now, Justin Fields, he's a liability out there. It's rough having him out there. And on a short week, AG's really got to think about and contemplate, should we move to Tyrod Taylor? Because we're going against the New England Patriots team that's 8-2 right now, and that just beat up on the Buccaneers, who are a great team in the NFC. We have momentum here. The Jets have momentum. Now, are they going to make the playoffs? No, I don't believe so. But we have some positivity. But the thing that's dragging that back down is Justin Fields. Because when he's out there, this offense is only one-dimensional. We know you're going to run the ball. And the Patriots are a good enough team with Mike Vrabel at the helm to shut that down. If they know Justin Fields can't throw, they're going to pick apart the run game. They're going to pick apart Brees. They're going to target him. And Justin Fields needs to take more shots with his legs as well. It seems like he's afraid to run as well. I need Justin Fields to get out of that pocket and go for the big chunk yards. And he had some nice runs in this game, but it's not enough. And we know he can't throw the ball, which is really rough, especially when you look over at the Saints, who beat the Panthers, and Tyler Shuck, who is his first game, he's a rookie, throwing over 200 yards. Fields is the worst quarterback in the NFL at this point. And you really got to think about moving to Tyrod Taylor to at least open up more dynamics to this offense, because we have receivers opened. Fields is just not hitting them. And with those numbers, the Jets should have really lost. And if they were playing a better team, they probably would have gotten crushed today. Only 187 offensive total yards, 6 for 11. And the only reason Fields got more passing yards was because Brees Hall took a screen for 40+ yards for a touchdown. That was the biggest play of the day. And it was his only target during the day. So continuing on, Justin Fields, rough, really rough, and gonna be an interesting thing to look on Thursday on a short week if he gets to start against the New England Patriots. But going into the next part, we get into our rushing game. And Brees Hall has been electric. And unfortunately, Garrett Wilson did get banged up in this game, hurt his knee. And we don't know at this point what the injury is. And I will make a video about that when the time comes, when we find out a little bit more. But Brees Hall had a solid game. He's been a lightning rod, and we're pounding the ball. This was the first game in a while where I saw him actually stick his foot in the ground and run and try to run through people and make people miss. And just tough, gritty running. After this past time when we didn't know if he even wanted to be a Jet. So Brees Hall ended up having 21 carries for 83 yards, 0 rushing touchdowns, but had a really nice screen reception, and running for a touchdown for 40+ yards. Brees Hall, shout out to him, has been a awesome part of this offense so far, and getting him more utilized in the offense is a great thing as well, especially when this offensive line is clicking. So continuing on, we get to the receiving game, and again, shouting out Brees Hall. We had some negative yards that took away, that caused the passing game to Justin Fields to have 42 yards because of the sacks and some bad throws. Brees Hall had 1 catch for 42 yards, and that was the screen play for a touchdown. Then Mason Taylor was the next one, was 1 of 2 for 4 yards. You look at Jeremy Rucker had 1 catch. John Mechie had 1 catch. It was bad. Justin Fields was awful throwing the football today. And thankfully for Brees, he got this offense moving. And we were ground and pound all day, which was great. But then getting to the special teams, like I said, we had Kene Ngwanu, who had a nice 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Then we had Isaiah Williams, who had a nice 74-yard punt return touchdown. But Nick Folk and Austin McNamara still look like some of the best players. Chris Banjo's got these guys working. So Nick Folk went 2 for 2 on field goals. The longest one was a 37-yarder. 3 for 3 on extra points at 9 total points. Austin McNamara looks like one of the better players on this team, if not the best player on the team. Had 5 punts for 249 yards. 3 of them were inside the 20, and the longest was 55 yards. The guy's awesome. Muji struck gold with this kid because he just kept getting passed around from practice squad to practice squad. Muji struck gold with this kid, and I'm glad that he's on our team, and I'm glad the New York Jets brought Nick Folk back. He has been electric as well for this team. Big part of why we're winning. We've won these past couple of games. But then you get to the defense. Now, the defense gave up a total of 325 yards. They had 158 total rushing yards. Quinshon Judkins is a solid rookie, going to be a very good back in this league. He had 22 carries for 75 yards, no rushing touchdowns. Dylan Gabriel went 17 for 32 for an 88.9 rating, 51.9 QBR. He was sacked 6 times, 4 of them by Will McDonald, 1 by Jermaine Johnson, and 1 for Quincy Williams. And shout out to Quincy Williams as well. Earlier this week, we heard about him getting benched. He didn't seem happy, but he didn't pout. He didn't whine. He got right back up there and this was the best we've seen him play all year. He's flying around the field, making those tough tackles, good in coverage. That's the Quincy Williams I want to see. And I'm glad AG lit some fire under him and got him to play so much better. That's what we want in a coach, to fire up your players. And these guys play for AG. AG has been impressing me the past couple of times. I think his coaching is getting better. I think the players still fight for him and love him. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. The trajectory is going up for the New York Jets at this point. Do I see them winning a lot more games? I don't know. The Patriots are going to be a tough one. Then we got the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson back. They look tough again. And it's going to be a tough end of the season. We still got to play the Buffalo Bills once. We still got to play the Dolphins once. Patriots twice. Saints. It's going to be tough. But I think we could squeak out some more wins. The Saints are coming up as well, so I think we can take one from them. The Falcons, you never know what Falcons team you're going to be playing against. So I think there's still chances to get to 5 victories, maybe 6, but we will see. But again, Dylan Gabriel didn't look great. He looked very uncomfortable. Had some nice plays, but other than that, looked very uncomfortable. Got popped so many times. His offensive line didn't look good. And then we had Jerry Jeudy, who was 6 for 12 for 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Brandon Stevens, man, has been playing well. He's not going to be perfect on every play. He gave up the touchdown and everything, but Brandon Stevens has been playing very, very well. And AZ Thomas, unfortunately, got knocked out by Jamie and Sherwood, which we had to bring Isaiah Oliver in, and Quantez Stiggers played a little bit more. And Jarvis Brownlee Jr. probably had his worst game as a Jet with a couple of penalties, but it still wasn't that bad of a day. Overall, very happy with how the Jets turned out this week. They win. It's a second win. It was a positive one. And at all points in the game, even when the Browns got to 20 and it was 21 or 27 to 20, it still didn't feel like if the Browns got the ball back that they would be able to march down the field and tie it up. So this felt like a very comfortable game. I was happy. I wasn't stressed out at all about it, which was very nice, which has been something different this year. So kudos to AG. He's got these guys fighting. He's got them playing well. Hopefully they re-sign Brees. They need to, because he's a beast on this team. AG loves him and gave him a game ball and everything. Will McDonald got a game ball. Got to keep these players, these good young players. And Brees is somebody who deserves an extension at the end of the year. And I would do anything in my power to try to keep him here, whether it's franchising him and then extending him or just extending him outright. But again, guys, Jets got their second win of the year. Next up, Thursday night against the New England Patriots. Let me know how you guys think this game went. Were you happy with any of these players? Were you disappointed in some of them? Let me know what you guys think about the New York Jets game. And leave comments down below. Make sure you come in here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for any notifications of when I post videos. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and thank you so much for joining me in the Jets Ward. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
The Jets Ward.